Well, this has been a worthwhile endeavor. Thank you all for participating.
All right, guys. I think the stream is back on. I'm going to Twitch right now just to see.
Was
Excellent.
there officially a Chippendale
Guy
3?
says
I
we're
don't
back.
think so.
Yay, we're back.
Easy, Justin. We
Hide
don't do
on
Chippendales.
video.
It's a family-friendly show.
Well, I mean, for the right amount of people.
Before we get
The-
any later, let's go ahead and sync
Patreon
up.
level.
Let's go ahead and sync up real quick. So in 3, 2, 1. I don't know what you all have become. Justin, where are we
Am
at?
I the only one that
Hilarious.
still snaps?
Me, about 2025. I am in
Steven?
the future, baby.
I think I'm at 4701. I thought I was at 4101, but I'm at the 47 mark. So it's got to be 4701.
Fair enough. And Lucas.
2140, 39 milliseconds, 89 microseconds, and 42 nanoseconds.
We are.
Eugene is so pissed off right now.
No, but I'm more mad that you went in the wrong order, I think.
Off right now.
Wait, that's Justin's job.
Okay. I think we're about as ready as we're ever gonna be, kids. I don't have music
Barring the
this
fact
time,
that-
so it's gonna be like
Barring the fact that, for whatever reason, my eyes are killing me all of a sudden. Otherwise, we're great.
Is it because we just saw EP is going to show us Chippendales?
Could be.
That's a sight right there, folks.
That could do it.
it wouldn't not do it. Well, let's do this anyways, and let's get the show rolling. I'm sad because I had some cool music all ready to go for the segment timers or for the in-betweeners, but we do what we can.
Well, if these lovely live listeners want to hear that, they'll just have to go to iTunes and download our produced show. Totally
Yeah.
free, of course.
You're not wrong.
And while they're there, they can leave us a 5-star rating on our iTunes.
All right, I'm going to get us rolling. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Infendo Radio. This is episode number 468. We're coming to you from the 14th of November. We're already like halfway through the month, guys. I don't know that I like it that much, but here we are. We're doing it. It's almost Thanksgiving. How are you doing this week, Steve?
Oh, I was so hoping you'd go with Lucas right there. I'm doing good. I'm okay with it being halfway through the month because I get paid in like 7 days.
Oh, well, I mean,
right?
that's not bad.
How many days away is the 22nd from 14? I can't math right now.
8.
That would be 8.
8? Okay, so I get paid in 8 days. Actually, no, I do get 7 because I bank with a credit union, so it comes a day early.
Oh, yeah. Justin, how many days do you get paid, Justin?
Tomorrow, actually. And speaking of money, we encourage you to share our podcast on your website, and we promise we will not sue you for $12 million if you do.
Oh.
So it's a little bit subtle shade, I suppose, or not so subtle. I don't know who you are. Lucas, how much shade you got today?
Well, I cannot guarantee you that I won't personally sue you for $12 million if you steal our podcast. I get paid every week because the company I work for is awesome. And I'm very happy that it is the middle of the week because I get to play Let's Go Pikachu in 3 days.
Hey, to
Yeah,
be fair,
but-
my job pays me weekly, very weekly.
Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba. Good night, everybody. Thanks for tuning in to episode 468. We will see you next week.
We did
I
it.
guarantee
We
you it will not get better than that.
made it. But
My laughing.
shoot. In any case, yeah, we are here. We're ready
We have
to
broken
place.
Eugene, and we haven't even started yet.
We're ready to do some news. We have a little bit of stuff to talk about before we get there, though. We would really, really, really love if you guys would help us to get to our follower goal on Twitch. If you haven't already, go to twitch.tv/Infendo Radio and hit that heart button so we can get to 50 followers. We'd really like to get to that affiliate status, and we're almost there. With your help, we can get there. But with that, that's all the plug we're going to do for right now. We're going to let Steve plug us with some news.
I plugged your mom last night.
Okay, I'm good. I got the coughs out of the way. I was trying to wait.
I'm just going to keep my video off until my eyes stop watering. I've like dimmed my computer to 0%, but like nobody wants to see me just sitting there rubbing my eyes all day. So we'll see how it goes.
About
Kind of
I broke your mom last night.
Thank
That
you.
that was prime time of the show last week when I had my glasses off. I was in tears.
Well, it's
wanna see
I think it's just that I've been staring at a screen for 8 hours, and then we do this, and it's like another 4. You know, it's a lot of screen time. I think my
And
eyes.
then we've got 5 hours for the hunting tonight too, so there's another 5
Oh
hours.
joy!
Right? Okay, so let's go ahead and go to the news segment. Steve, this is going to be weird because I don't have to play you in or anything, so you just start talking whenever you want, I guess.
Here, I got it. Da, 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 da,
Visual cue that you're giving me.
Okay, now it's going down.
No, it's a quay.
Oh, God.
Lucas, I can't see the thumbs up. I don't know when I'm getting off.
Yeah, Eugene, give us the thumbs up because that's kind of become like a little inner office pep talk thing. I've kind of become dependent on the thumbs up.
The outtakes for this week are just going to be like ridiculous.
All right, Steve. I've got my thumb.
We got another 2 hours of this. Yeah.
I've got my thumb, Steve. If you're ready to tell me where to stick it.
Well, that one's just too easy. There's nowhere else to go with that.
All right, so our first topic this week is Detective Pikachu. Who knew that they were actually going to drop a trailer on us this week? It's interesting. The Pokemon are a lot furrier than I thought it was going to be, but it shows the meeting of a new hero meeting up with a new Pikachu that can talk. Justin said hero.
Well, he can only, I mean, he can't really talk. The hero is just suffering
He can
from
talk, but everybody
severe
else
mental deficiencies, which cause him to hear a talking Pikachu. Let's be real. This is a tragic story of one boy's struggle with mental illness.
I think I watched a different trailer.
It's kind of like Dr. Dolittle for Pokemon, is what it reminds me of. You got one
Well,
person.
except does he only understand Pikachu, or does he understand all Pokemon?
Well,
Okay, so
just
it's not quite
Pikachu.
the same.
It shows him understanding just Pikachu, but he may understand other Pokemon. He may be.
Well, he was talking to
As-
Mr. Mime. Talking to Mr. Mime.
As the only person who
Don't
even
think that
tried to play the demo for the Detective Pikachu game, I'm pretty sure he's just going to be able to talk to Pikachu. Because it seems to borrow pretty heavily from that game, with some key differences. The first one being that the plot actually looks interesting. So,
Yeah.
you know.
I have that
No,
game still in shrink wrap.
Oh, really? Oh, okay. Weird. I don't know how to feel about this. Pikachu looks bizarre. Like, Bulbasaur looked good. Charmander looks good. Charizard looks like some kind of weird nightmare fuel thing. I don't know what's up with this trailer. Then I watched the trailer again yesterday, but this time I wasn't watching a YouTube preview. I was actually listening to the trailer while I watched it. Sign me right up, man. It had like a Guardians of the Galaxy style, like writing quality to it. The music was top notch. Like I thought it was going to be this weird gimmicky kind of movie. It just looks like a really good Pokemon spin-off movie, and I want it.
I'm
What
so
it looks
excited.
like is college. It looks like College Humor got the budget to do a feature film. That's what it looks like.
Yeah, but it takes itself seriously while at the
Enough.
same time being open to that humor that you expect from a series like Pokemon. You know?
Right.
I feel like of all of us, I think Eugene was probably closest to being in the right mind for this trailer.
I am so freaking excited for it. I think I'm probably the most excited out of all of us anyway, so like that
Case
makes
in
sense.
point.
Lucas?
Back up there, because I'm pretty like
Okay.
I was not hyped when I first saw it. I saw it with audio, and now I'm like day one, like sign me up. I'm going to be watching this thing.
I think the big thing for me is that, like, you know, Heather's into Pokemon now too with Pokemon Go, so she saw the trailer and then she realized that Ryan Reynolds was going to be voicing Pikachu, and she's like, you know, sign me up. We're watching it day one too. So like, yeah, I think out of the Infendo crew, we're
That's how I'm gonna
probably
get
all
fiancé.
positive, right? Like, I don't think there's really anybody that has anything negative to say about this, do we?
Steve is still
I'm
halfway.
on the fence. I'm not completely sold on it yet. I'm kind of where I am when Pokemon Let's Go was announced, where I'm not really sure, and now I'm mostly on board. I don't know.
See, this is one of those things where I wish we all lived in the same state, because this would be a great Infendo like movie night kind of thing.
Oh my
I would
god, right?
Yeah,
Dude,
so let's
I
talk
haven't-
about that for a sec. I have no one to go see it with here.
There you go. And I'm going to be bugging all my friends and trying to go. I haven't been this excited to see a Pokemon movie since I was like 10. So
Yeah.
like take that for what it is. Like last time I went to see a Pokemon movie was Pokemon the movie 2000.
You know what we ought to do when this movie comes out for when this movie comes out for on DVD or whatever, Blu-ray, I guess, because we're not.
No way!
we need to do a
while we watch it.
we need to do a commentary track. We have to. I think we have to.
I'd be down. You realize this is going to be me doing Brooklyn Pikachu for like 40 minutes. Like every time Reddit shows up, I'll just be like, "Hey, come on, we gotta go get the Mr. Mime so we can put him in the you know."
Okay, so we're changing this up a little bit. We're not going to do like a commentary track. We're going to do an audio track that you can play over the movie that's strictly Lucas doing all the voices.
Yeah, just I'll record for an hour and a half.
The
That's,
Lucas redub.
Yep.
yeah, no, like I'm totally on board. I'm excited for
That's
this
what
movie.
scares me.
I think it's going to be really good. Like I am. This is this is the best case scenario I think we could have gotten for like a video game adaptation movie. Whereas I'm expecting the Mario movie and the Sonic movie to be at like the bottom of the list. This is like right up there with like this is watchable and probably going to be pretty good. So
For sure.
Did Lucas just put something above Sonic in?
believe it or not,
Oh, Pokemon has always been above Sonic.
Pokemon is one of my lifebloods, and you will be able to hear more about that on our special Pokemon podcast that we're doing sometime this weekend.
Exactly. All right. Well, we're gonna move on to
Sonic
the
podcast.
Yeah, no, we ain't. We are not. No, the Infendo. I will
See, that's what
delete.
you think,
I will
Eugene.
delete the Infendo server the moment that Sonic podcast goes live. Okay, that's what
Now
will
we
happen.
have to.
All right. Well, we're gonna get out of this section. We're gonna move on to the next, and I will take you away with my news topic, and go there with a little bit of Harry Potter magic. Here we go.
Hey, you literally don't have to like pause in between. Just
Well, but we
go right to it.
I do have to have a pause though, so then I can edit in the music somewhat. So, unfortunately, so let me
Fun show,
break.
Eugene. Really?
I know, Steve. I'm typing on my phone. It's not an excuse but I still hate you.
Steve, I just want to say I'm really proud of you for repping the Infendo merch every single week. Like
Literally.
Go you, man.
No, it's completely unintentional. I've got like 6 Infendo shirts at this point, and there's only 7 days in a week.
Nice.
All right, I'm gonna get started here with the news. All right, well, we are gonna move on to our next little bit of news. This one's, well, I don't know. I think Steve's a fan too, but I feel like this one's mostly for me. So last year, Niantic announced rather that they were going to be partnering with Warner Brothers to create a Harry Potter-esque augmented reality game, kind of like Pokemon, right? So today, actually, they released a trailer for what is going to be called Harry Potter Wizards Unite, and it looked pretty cool. There was literally nothing on the trailer, no gameplay, nothing, but like it got me excited.
Wait,
did you guys?
The trailer's out?
Yeah. Trailer's out, Steve.
I need. How long is it?
It's like a minute. You're not
That's where
missing
the
Maybe
anything.
not
Here,
right now.
here. Let me
Okay,
just
well,
let me just describe it to you. This is what happens. A girl is in an alley. A girl is in an alley, and then there's a golden snitch that flies by, and then she sees it, and she like looks around, and she's like, "Oh my God, somebody saw the golden snitch!" And then she's like, "Blah blah blah blah, Harry Potter spell," and then she makes the golden snitch go away, and then she puts a poster on the wall, and apparates away, and then it says "Wizards Unite," and that's literally it. So we don't really know what it's going to be, but it sounds like
Lucas, I think you have your T-shirt for this week. Blah, 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 Harry Potter spell with Eugene.
Dude,
I'll take it.
So, Pokemon Go, Harry Potter Go, sign me up.
I have only one comment to make about this entire thing, and that's that I might be playing it because, unlike Pokemon Go, for this one, I will most definitely be joining Gryffindor if that is an option. And I know that team will be populated with players because it's one of the only 2 houses that anybody other than you huge nerds can even remember.
No.
Finally, I'll be on a team with people who matter.
Hufflepuff or bust, Lucas.
Yeah, enjoy your team of like 40 people.
It's going to be interesting all over again. I do just fine.
I'm predicting it right now because you know they're going to do the house system. And I'm predicting right now, 3 of the houses are going to do really well. I bet Hufflepuff will be the 3rd, and no one will go into Ravenclaw.
Yeah,
and there will be death for that team. But finally, I'll be on a team with some other people because all of the casual Harry Potter fans like myself are either going to pick Gryffindor or Slytherin because that's all anybody knows.
Guys, so is this going to be bigger than Pokemon Go because it's Harry Potter, or is
not even close.
Does Pokemon have a broader appeal than Harry Potter does?
I think Pokemon is more universally loved than Harry Potter. And I say that knowing what Harry Potter is. But Harry Potter is still very much niche for a big series as opposed to something like Pokemon that like you knew it, your kids know it, your grandma knows it, your mom knows it, like everyone knows Pokemon. So, yeah.
All right, I'm going to debate that strongly. I think as far as universal appeal across generations and nations, I think Harry Potter's got it. But I think the cross section of Harry Potter fans and people who play video games is going to be much smaller than the cross section of Pokemon fans and people who play video games. So I don't think this will dethrone Pokemon Go, but I think this will be the game that gets people who wouldn't have played Pokemon Go playing a game like Pokemon Go.
Mm-hmm.
I guarantee you, if you show someone a picture of Harry Potter and Pikachu side by side, that 90% of people are going to know Pikachu. And
that's going to be my avatar.
Going to know Harry Potter.
Oh my god! Somebody please make Pikachu in Harry Potter robes now, please.
So I'm thinking that the shirt of the week has to be Detective Pikachu in the Sirius Black. Was that his name? The wanted poster. Sirius Black. I'm thinking that has to be the thing of the week.
Is that the new thing?
I told you, I am a casual Harry Potter fan. I've watched the movies like twice. I read half of the books when I was little and then got really bored with them. It's a fine movie for other people. I understand why there's so much appeal for it, but it's not my thing. Like, it's just fine.
Darth Sidious Black Pikachu.
Panther. Dark City's Black Panther.
I'm just waiting for Eugene to be like, okay.
No, this is the moment. No, this was it. This was actually it. This was that moment, guys. We got there.
Did Lucas cross the line with that?
I mean, I don't know where the line was crossed, but I know that we definitely crossed it. So, all right, we're going to move on to our next news topic and let Lucas take us away. All right, so Lucas, you can talk whenever you. Oh, what's up?
I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna be that guy.
Dude, Darth Sidious Pikachu Black Friday. It's the perfect segue.
So I've got you.
Nice.
I got my notes ready whenever you are, Lucas. So go ahead and I guess get going.
All right. Speaking of Black Friday is a thing. Not sorry. So there are a ton of Nintendo deals going around this Black Friday. And while I myself am less than interested in Black Friday shopping, I know that there's a lot of appeal with that on our Discord channel, which is where I got like half of these numbers from. So feel free to just listen in for a second and see if there's a deal out there for you. Target, Best Buy, and Walmart are offering a Nintendo Switch bundled with a downloadable copy of Mario Kart 8 Deluxe for $2.99. So you basically just get the game for free. Best Buy also has a deal on Nintendo Labo kits. You can get a $69 or $79 kit for 2 for $99. So if you got kids and they really want to try Lapo, now's a good time for that. The Kohl's deal is actually pretty cool. You can get a Switch bundle. You get a Turtle Beach headset and an RDS carrying case and $90 in cold cash for $330, which I actually think is a pretty nice deal. And then, yeah, I know, that's not bad, right? You're basically getting a Switch and a bunch of stuff for like $200. But yeah, good luck finding a Kohl's to buy it.
Yeah.
What?
No, we have a Kohl's. I forget that they even sell electronics.
I've got one 10 minutes from here.
I can
There
walk
you
to
go.
my
We'll buy a
Kohl's.
Switch and hawk it online for $200 extra, you know. And then we get into Walmart, which is doing a ton of deals on games. $35 games, which I believe actually are early November through early December, so you don't have to buy them on Black Friday. But $35 games include Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze, Kirby Star Allies, ARMS, Pokken Tournament DX, Monster Hunter Generations Ultimate. Buy that one. Xenoblade Chronicles 2, NBA 2K19, FIFA 19, The Elder Scrolls 5, Skyrim, and Starlink Battle for Atlas. Another one you should buy. They're offering 4 games for $25. That's Crash Bandicoot Insane Trilogy, Rocket League, Mario plus Rabbids Kingdom Battle, and Dragon Ball FighterZ Z. And at $17, you can get Super Mario 3D Land for the 3DS. You can get Ocarina of Time 3D for the 3DS, Donkey Kong Country Returns 3D, Animal Crossing New Leaf, Zelda Link Between Worlds, and South Park The Fractured Butthole.
That's a pretty wide
good
selection.
Out there.
Mhm.
Yeah, I know. I was impressed. I was doing some Googling on like Black Friday deals for this episode. And I'm like, yeah, if I was the kind of person who took advantage of sales, I'd probably be all over some of those games. It's like South Park for $17. That's pretty good.
I'm holding out for the digital sales. Hopefully that they do something in the eShop for Black Friday.
Well, last year we had a pretty good Cyber Monday, so I could see them doing something again this year. I'm hoping they do, because
I'm definitely hoping for some Black Friday digital sales, but for something else that I'll discuss during my change the system.
Fair.
So I guess 2 points to this, and I'll make my first one first because I'm going to forget it if I don't. I don't know about you guys, but I tend to be, now that I'm an adult and I have like disposable income, I'm the kind of guy who just buys what he wants when he wants it. So these deals don't really appeal to me. You're like that too, Steve?
Yeah, I think last year
You have to ask.
I don't really do Black Friday on principle because I've worked in retail and it really sucks for those that have to do it, especially given certain stores. But if I find myself in a store on Black Friday and they still have a good deal left that I can see myself doing, I'll buy it. Like that's how I got Bomberman last year. I went at like 10:30 on an early lunch break, and they still had it, so I bought it.
Yeah.
But like I'm not gonna go seeking them out. I'm not gonna go wait at Kohl's at 4:30 in the morning in 7-degree weather just to get $500 worth of stuff with a Switch for $300.
Yeah, Black Friday is not that great for those of us who live in the northern states.
Yeah,
I can imagine. I mean, Cyber Monday is
once.
Right.
I do like Cyber Monday. That's when I got one of my Switch memory cards last year.
But it's one of those situations where it's like, and I think you guys are kind of the same as me. You buy things you want when you want them,
Right.
So then it's kind of like when they give you the offerings for like your birthday at Nintendo. It's like, hey, it's August. Go buy yourself a game for like 30% off. I'm like, I don't want any of these games. I own like 9 out of 10 of them, and the 10th one is like Barbie Horse Adventures or something. Like,
I will say though that when there is a good deal, that I'm not going to say no. Like I'm kind of holding out still for a memory card because the one that I have is fine, but I want to get a big one like Lucas got. I think you got the one recently, right? For really cheap. So like I'm going to wait for a deal like that.
It's like I'm sure 400 gig for $99. If you can find it for $99, snag it.
You can find it for $99 on Amazon now.
I think that there are just there's certain things that I will wait for, right? But like if it's like a game or whatever, like if like Pokemon Let's Go or whatever, for example, right? Like I got my Amazon 20% discount for pre-ordering it early, but like I wouldn't have waited for like some kind of Black Friday deal or something, because I was gonna get that game at launch.
Right.
Yeah. For me, Black Friday deals and just sales in general, they just kind of push me into games I might not otherwise get. Like I've got a wish list on my eShop right now of games that I kind of want, but like not enough to sink the money into them. But if those go down like 50% off, it's like, okay, I'll pick it up now. I'll buy a game for $15 that I wouldn't buy for $30. So.
Exactly. So.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that was.
That I haven't even booted up.
Yeah, exactly. Like I said, I have games still in shrink wrap for sure. But all right, that was enough for that segment. We are going to move on to the next, and we will be right back. So I don't. Okay, we only have the 3 news, right?
Yep, I guess.
I think so. Yeah, because I didn't have anything to read. I'll take the question block, I suppose. Since
that'll work. Fine. Cool. Well then, Lucas. Then wait. Yeah, you're Nintendo, right?
That's why I laughed maniacally a couple minutes ago.
It's like, did I get this right? Well, before we do that, I want to give propers to our newest patron, our newest follower on Twitch, because our count is off. Colton, thank you very much. He's actually
our patron.
Yeah, well, Colton is actually one of the reviewers on the show, on the Infendo, so you probably have seen his name pop up a few. But yeah, we just got to 30 followers as of this week at Twitch stream, so you guys are doing great. Let's get us to the next. All right.
I really appreciate it.
Lucas, whenever you're ready, I've got my notes, so you can take us away.
All right, it's gonna be weird doing it without the.
I know, right? It's different.
Steve, background it for me.
I can throw it in if you want.
Well, it'll mess up Eugene's recording.
Not really. He can mute me.
All right. Actually, that might make it harder for me to focus. So let's all just show him what
Yeah, I was just going to say, be careful what you wish for.
Up my energy, so.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Infendo Radio, the show with the most, the podcast with the bash, the other thing with the third analogy. We are about to play Infendo. No, we're not going to play Infendo Radio. That's the name of the show. We're about to play Nintendo Tunes, which is a game show segment that we have on Infendo Radio. And the way it works is I play a bunch of Nintendo music, and these guys have to guess what it is. And I get to be really subjective with my judging because the points don't really matter. But we do track, and at the end of the year, the winner gets like a trophy, and the loser gets killed. So that's a thing. We encourage all of you who are listening to play along at home or in the live chat that I am not reading because last time I did that, I broke the podcast. And if you would like to be a part of the game, you can suggest a song every week for the month for a measly little $2 a month. So get in there and be a part of it. Mm-hmm. We actually do have, I believe, 6 suggestions from patrons this week. So it's going to be kind of a mix-up between them and music that I selected from my tiny little brain. The first one, however, does come from my head, and we will be starting right now with track number 1.
It's like a Metroid mystery game.
Is this Metroid Fusion?
Detective Samus.
You know that Metroid game with the banjo?
Oh, yep, I hear the banjo now. I hear the banjo. Oh, is this a 3DS game?
It is a 3DS game. We're all listening so intently.
How about another track?
Yeah, that's going to be my request. This is 3DS, you said?
Yes, it is.
Huh.
Right?
Is this
it sounds so Super Nintendo.
1, 2, or Heist?
Nope. Good guess, though.
It's got kind of that westerny sound to it.
Is it Dylan's Rolling Western?
It is.
Motherfucker. I was thinking about that, and I'm like, nah, it's not that.
Throw that in the notes. I loved it when you were like, it's kind of a Western sound to it. I'm like, yes, it does. Oh, well done. All right, Eugene walks away with an early point. Good job, gentlemen. All right, track number 2 comes from, I believe, a patron since the very first month we started the Patreon.
Oh, thank you for that.
And away we go.
It's very ambient.
Mm-hmm. Oh!
Oh!
Is this Diablo 3?
I can do that too. Oh.
It is Diablo 3!
Yes, it is!
Alright, I'm going back to what I was working on before.
Okay, so Justin, you and I are going to team up this week, and we're going to beat Eugene.
All right, well, that puts the current point total at Stustin 0, Eugene 2. We'll see how this continues with track number 3, which comes from... Where does track number 3 come from? Oh, me! Excellent!
Oh! Oh. Is this also a 3DS game?
Nope. Although it might have been ported to 3DS. I didn't do quite as much research this week, so I only know the system it originated on. I can find out for you, though, if you're really curious.
Let's go with another track before we start going hints.
So it's an RPG.
No.
This sounds like... Why does this sound like Death Mountain? Is this a Zelda game?
No.
What system did it originate on?
Game Boy Advance.
Did we actually get genre, or did we just find out what it isn't?
It's not an RPG.
So what is it?
I'm not telling.
Well,
Because it would give it away.
It's for me to know and you to
it's
find
one
out.
of those, huh?
So it's a Game Boy Advance game with a...
Small library of whatever this is.
It's a Game Boy Advance game with a secret. Would you like a third track?
Please. Is this Pokemon Pinball, the Emerald and Sapphire or whatever?
It is!
Yes, it is! Yes, it is!
My next hint was going to be the trumpet should be giving it away.
Yeah, no, that immediately.
All right, well, that puts Dustin at 0 points and Eugene at 3.
Can I request a different teammate?
Together.
You can either be Dustin or you can be Gene.
I want to be Eugene.
Are you going? You're going with Gene?
No,
No, he wants to be Juju.
I want to be Eugene.
You can't be Eugene. Eugene's doing well enough without the jur in it.
Well, Justin wouldn't be contributing to that.
Tell you what, I'm gonna let you be G then, because that's a little bit fancier.
Oh,
You'll be
God.
G then. All right, track number 4 also comes from my head. Have fun.
I haven't been yet.
Should I know this one?
Probably
I
not.
guarantee you, I probably shouldn't because
We don't run in
I
the
never
same
do.
circles, you and I, Steve.
No, we don't. But you can read me like a book.
Hmm.
I'm honestly surprised that this has been a Eugene takeaway so far.
Come
We're doing
on.
one or two.
Nope.
No, because this is an actual language.
Is this your track?
Yes.
Is this an Atlas game?
No. Let me get you some background on that.
He's like, I don't know.
This is not an Atlas game.
How about another track?
What
Sure.
system?
I was hoping you'd ask. Let's get another track.
Was this game ever released in America or?
Is this Taiko
Yes.
Drum Master? Is this Taiko Drum Master?
Yes.
Yes, it is!
And that was Nintendoons, everybody. Thank you for joining in.
The third one was going to be the Moana opening in Japanese.
Hey,
You know what? Just
you want
a
to take it
special
back?
gift.
Let us have a point.
Just a special gift to all the listeners at home. Since Eugene is running away with this, let's all listen to a few seconds of Moana in Japanese. So what say you?
Let's listen to 30 minutes of it.
Ooh.
They don't care much about keeping the rhythm of the lyrics, do they?
Yeah, they're more about the actual translation.
Sounds fine.
All right,
It's
now
really good. I actually
before
like it.
Disney sues us for $12 million, let's move
It's the
on. To
Japanese cut. Who's gonna be listening for that? The YouTube bots that run everything that we do. All right, yeah, that was Taiko Drum Master. Eugene is currently up to 4 points. I'm starting to think you guys have just completely stopped playing.
I'm gonna stop keeping score.
I'm playing as hard as I do every week. I'm just not getting anywhere.
Okay, unfortunately for you, track number 5 comes from our good patron Minus64.
Oh,
and
God.
I'm almost positive that if anyone has played this game, it's Eugene. So here we go. I kind of want to see if Eugene can get like the first ever clean sweep.
What is this?
I have complete confidence in you, Eugene.
This sounds like, is it like a marching game? Is this like March of the Minis or something?
I don't think that's a game, no.
It is. It's
It
Mario
is.
versus Donkey Kong.
Well, all right, still not it.
I feel like I've played this though.
I'm sure you have.
He said in his saltiest voice. Would you guys like a second track?
Please.
Yes.
I don't care.
Oh, I've definitely played this. This is an RPG. Is this Super Nintendo? No. Is this Game Boy Advance?
Okay, well, you're saying a lot of things. Do you want genre or do you want system?
I want both. Give me genre.
You get one. Which one do you want?
Give me genre, because
Why
I'm
is
fairly
Pokemon
confident that this
Pikachu
is either
hosting
Game Boy Advance or this
Because
is
I'm just a
SNES.
Pikachu trying to get on a podcast. It's an RPG. There you go, Mr. Big Britches. Take that with your 4 points.
I know I've played this game. Can we get developer
I knew
maybe?
you would have. Can we listen to another song first to give them a chance
Sure. Oh,
before I
sure.
start giving you developer and everything? Your next hint is I've never heard of this game. And I'm willing to bet neither has Steve.
Probably not wrong.
Yeah, let's get another track then. Or is this already another track?
This is another track. Let's listen to. Let's get the developer. What's the name of this game? I have to look up the name. Okay.
Okay, could I have console now? Is this Game Boy Advance?
This is Game Boy Advance. And I'll give you, it was developed by Japan Art Media and Game Arts.
Oh,
Now I know I've
Game
never
Arts.
Oh God.
Is that the discount store for homosexuals?
Eugene! Please make a note in your show note.
Noted. I have nothing. How about another track?
I will give you another track, and I will give you the initials of this game, because I'm so convinced that no one else is going to get it. The initials for this game are LL.
LL. Legacy.
Steve, start guessing random words. You might get
Oh,
it.
is this?
Steve is
is
still
this?
broken from
Is this
the-
Lunar?
from the Game Arts.
Legalia Lost.
I'm going to give it to you, Eugene, but it's 2 words.
Oh, okay. So it's Lunar. What was the Lunar on Game Boy Advance? Lunar.
Also
Lunar
that's
Landing.
Lunar.
Lunar. Oh, Lunar Legends, maybe.
Yes, Lunar Legends. All right.
And at this point, even
Justin, are you even giving Eugene his dings?
Here's the thing. I have 11 tracks. Eugene currently has 5 points.
Oh, there's
You
a
guys
chance.
get every other track right, and we stick with the fusion system we've got.
Oh, we're going with.
I forget what your name is. Jeevan can still be Eugene. So
I will.
also, I could just make the next round's double points. So let's keep going.
Yeah, I don't think that
Because I
would
should
work
know
out
you
for us.
don't want Eugene to win.
Well, yeah, he's already beaten me by 1 for the year. All right, track number 6, gentlemen. Let's freaking go to town on this.
Is this a Lucas?
This is a Lucas.
Something your mom joke.
This is what happens when all you do is play Monster Hunter. I have nothing in my brain right now.
Everything just sounds like Monster Hunter to you.
Yep.
I don't think any of you have played this game.
Is this Yokai Watch?
Of this game. This is not Yokai Watch.
Can I just give him the point anyway and get it over with?
Would you like a second track?
Please.
Yes.
Is this a 3DS game?
No.
What is this? And this is a Lucas. Is this a Sonic game?
Nope.
Are you lying? Is this a Knuckles game?
Nope. This is not a Sonic game. This is not. I don't know why you keep thinking Knuckles games are a thing. There's like one Knuckles game.
There is one Knuckles game. Is this a Shadow game?
Oh
This
God.
is not a Shadow game. This has nothing to do with Sonic the Hedgehog, except that
Oh,
you can
there we go.
very loosely tie it to it, I suppose, but it's not really even worth tying it to.
Like most Sonic things.
Is this that awful?
That's minus 1 point for Jeevan.
Right. No, minus points go to Justin. Jeevan only gets positive points.
Minus isn't even playing this week. He's
Steve,
listening.
what was your guess?
Is it that god awful Sonic clone that came to the Wii U that was part of the Nindies at Night thing?
No, it is not Freedom Planet. or
Thank
whatever
you, that
that's
one. Yeah,
Did we
Supposedly
get
that game's
console?
okay. but
it's not.
This is a Switch title, along with the other main series platforms.
How about another track?
Absolutely.
I'm just gonna throw it out there. Steven Universe.
No, but good guess.
Did we get genre yet?
This is a genre's going to be get ready on your quick draw, gentlemen. This is a fighting game.
Oh, Dragon Ball Fighter Z.
And Eugene gets the 6 point.
Yes, he does.
God damn it.
I want to see the clean sweep. I want to see it.
Can he do it?
I'm sure there's going to be one in there that I'm just gonna snatch up randomly for my one obligatory bullshit point, but you know.
All right. Well, this might be the one. Unfortunately, I have to check Discord because I wrote down that Sky Pharaoh suggested it, but I did not write down the name of the game. So, music.
Oh, is this NBA Jam?
No.
No.
Okay, I got the name. Did we kill Steve?
Bye, Steve. What is this?
This feels unfair. Should we wait?
I mean,
Is he
I'm not
gone,
getting it.
or-
We'll leave it on this track until he comes back, I guess.
Okay, I will look up some information about this game because I don't know if you guys have ever played it.
Is it a Super Nintendo game?
I'm not giving you any hints till we get Steve back.
Damn it, Steve!
I think you might have to put a little cut in your editing here.
Yeah.
Good luck cutting it around the music, by the way.
How about we
Is
just
it,
fix that problem right now?
Is it American Gladiator?
It is not.
I'm just gonna keep guessing, even
Oh,
though there's
gosh.
no music.
That's fine. Keep guessing. It's all good.
I What is our guess as to why we have no Steve? Did he forget to plug in his laptop and his laptop died?
My bet is that somebody was walking around upstairs and they killed his internet.
Okay.
That's the thing that happens.
And the verdict is...
Oh, we have a Steve.
I do not.
What happened, Steve?
Okay, I don't.
We're taking bets.
I texted Lucas my Zoom quit.
Ah.
My Zoom is just like, fuck the world, I'm done.
I see your text. I see
So
in other
Zoom
words, crashed, and immediately after that, I see BRB.
So in other words, Zoom felt the way we feel about this.
Oh, we're still gonna play.
So the only hint that we have so far, Steve, is that it's not Tech Mobile.
Okay.
All right, let's jump back into it,
Or
gentlemen.
American Gladiators. Or is this reproduction 8-bit music?
This is absolutely, positively, 100% not genuine old school music.
What system is it?
Switch.
Switch.
Is this
Oh,
Pocket
is
Fighters?
No, is this? Is it?
Is it what?
Is it Pocket Fighters?
It's not Pocket Fighters, but I almost
Is it?
chose that game tonight. So
Is it Save Me Mr. Taco? Or whatever that game is?
it is not Save Me, Mr. Taco.
Did I get that right? I mean, the name
You
of
did.
it.
And you should absolutely go download it if you haven't already, because it's an amazing game. But it's also not that. This game does not try to be an old school game. I mean, it's kind of an old school genre, but it's not trying to imitate an old game.
Did you say it's Switch?
It is Switch, and it is very much an indie game.
What review code has Lucas taken?
That is an excellent question to be asking yourself, Steve.
Shit. Why don't I pay attention to the Discord more often? Eugene, I'm sorry about all your editing.
I don't think he's gonna mind having to listen to this Nintendo production again.
Eugene,
I think he'll just
one
be
week-
like,
One week instead of Pikachu for the swearing, I want to just hear "I'm a Pikachu" every time.
Right?
Son of a... I'm just trying to make a living here.
How about another track or a hint? I'm kind of at a loss here.
Absolutely. This is... let's see. This is a one-word game developed and published by Starblade. I believe it's published by Starblade. It could be that there's multiple games with the same name. Nope, it is published by Starblade.
Yeah, I was gonna say that doesn't seem.
No, this game could be one of many. Trust me, it's a one-word game.
Usually
Fury?
they lock down those trademarks, though.
It is a 2D action platforming game.
It's not. No.
And I already guessed Save Me, Mr. Taco, right?
You did. I'm going to play the last track, and then I'm going to give you guys a short description of the game. All right?
Okay.
This game is an action platformer game. However, it has a unique twist in that, unlike most games, you find yourself playing as the villain. You go through a number of different genres, including an RPG battle against heroes, kidnapping of a princess, and various other fun times.
I almost took this review code. I had it in my inbox forever. What the hell is it called?
What is that?
I'm at a loss here.
This is a one-word title that begins
Nefarious.
Yes!
Oh!
I did. I had that in my inbox for weeks.
Well played, sir. Still haven't gotten around to playing enough of it to review it yet. Initial impressions are, it's solid, but a little...
Will you finish your sentence that it starts with the letter N?
If we get one more, Steve, we will tie Eugene.
Since I'm making all of your points double, apparently. Yeah, but if you reach tying status with Eugene, I'm going to start making your points one again. I just hope you realize.
Oh, I'm not doubling them. We each have 1 point every time one of us has answered one.
Yes, that was nefarious. My hint was going to be the game starts with the letter N, but clearly Steve didn't do that. All right, track number 9 comes from Mike, a.k.a. Corky Dog. And good luck, gentlemen, is all I'm going to say about that.
Oh, I know this.
Steve's deadpan stare right now. All I can do is, oh, of course you do.
See, I don't even have to say it. Lucas already knows.
Is this Muramasa?
Nope.
I definitely know this.
I can make up words too.
Is this Brothers?
What genre is this?
Of course you would ask genre. Let's look it up.
You gotta come prepared with some basic information.
Right?
I usually do, but it's been a busy day. It's been hard to get info. Okay, your first hint is this game got a 10 out of 10 on Steam, and 98% of Google users like this game. I almost just said the name of the game. This game is a action role-playing video game.
Oh, cool.
Action role-playing game.
We've never seen one.
Seemingly designed by a single person.
So it's an indie game, clearly. Is it a Switch game?
It is a Switch game, as well as a PS4, Xbox 360, iOS, Microsoft Windows, Linux, and Macintosh operating system game.
And
Really?
tabletop.
They brought it to iOS and they couldn't bring it to Vita.
Is this Dust?
Apparently.
That's because people actually use iOS devices. Nobody uses Vita anymore. Actually,
What did
nobody
you
ever did. That's why
say?
they stopped.
Is this Dust?
An Elysian Tale?
Yes! Very nice.
Ah,
I knew
well
well,
done,
as soon
my
as you
friend.
started reading all that stuff, I was like, oh, I didn't play this on Switch. I played this on 360.
All right, that brings Eugene up to 7 legitimate points and Jeevan up to 4 disputable points.
I don't know if we can be friends much longer after tonight. I mean, this is embarrassing.
All right, gentlemen, pay close attention because I only have 2 games left, and they are both from patrons. Track number 10 comes to us from Malik Emrys.
Okay.
And it's literally just 1 4-minute track because that's all I could find on YouTube.
Oh, God. I kind of like it.
Pretty good.
How about genre?
I'm trying to find genre, and there is not a Wikipedia article for this game.
No fun.
Action and arcade.
So it's a big title. There's no Wikipedia
what?
article. It's a really big, huge, fantastic game that everybody knows about since there's no Wikipedia.
Yeah, it's not a. So Malik Emrys actually defined this game as both fun and boring. A great pooping video.
Oh God.
Actually, a pretty disappointing to be a part of.
I like it. The music, anyways.
Hey, any game on the Switch is a great movie game.
Well, yeah, it's good that you like it because I don't think I said it already, but it is a Nintendo Switch game.
Is
Is this
it?
going to be the game that stumps everyone?
I think so. Do we have a developer, maybe?
It was developed by Chorus Worldwide. It does not feature multiplayer, and it is rated E10+.
That does not help.
Well, that's all I got for you.
Well, thank you for trying.
Metacritic is a fickle mistress, my friend. This game currently has a grand total of 8 critic reviews and 0 user reviews on Metacritic. The worst review says, observing all the retro references in this game is only exciting for a few minutes. Once the novelty wears off, you're left with a shallow and repetitive take on a classic arcade game that doesn't hold up well for today's standards.
Is this
So
like
what
the
classic
main?
arcade game was it that he trying to recreate?
What are you asking me? What game it's trying to recreate?
Yes.
If I had to guess, I would say Paperboy, but I've only seen like stills, so I don't know for sure.
Oh,
Is
this is that 8-bit retro video boy or whatever it's called.
Oh yeah, Video Kid.
Oh, there it is!
Whoa! Come on! Come on! That's
My
not
wife
real.
loved that game.
Well, Eugene, if it makes you feel any better, that currently puts them up to 6 imaginary points, and you're at 7. So, you know, in the event of a tie, I feel like you still win.
Justin,
Fair.
I'm glad that we got to team up on that, so we don't even have to get to that point.
So that you don't have to kill Video Kid.
Because
You
I
know
thought
what?
we had that, dude.
Here's the way this is going to go. We have 1 game left. If it's a tie, all 3 of you get a win for this week, and Steve can record that in the ledger. If not, Eugene just wins like always. But either way, Eugene walks away with like 7 points and a Nintendo. So Eugene is still going to be our official winner. You guys can add 1 more to your notches.
I like it.
Well, welcome to Nintendo Tunes,
that's-
where the rules are made up and the points don't matter.
Track number 8 is probably the best track this week, in my opinion, and it comes from listener JZ.
Why are we going back to 8? Shouldn't we be on 11?
Track number 11 comes from JZ Beats.
So this one's going to Eugene.
Maybe. Maybe not.
Dark Souls. You're not getting a point for Dark Souls if it's Dark Souls. Is it Dark Souls?
I
The
keep waiting for
jazziest
the
Dark Souls I've ever heard.
Dun 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 dun.
Is this L.A. Noir?
Nope.
Ukulele.
Sound
Nope.
noir.
Kinda.
Interesting guess, though, Eugene.
Interesting in that it's wrong.
Shit. So it's a noir-like. What other noir-likes are there, Justin?
Would you guys like another track?
Is this Detective Pikachu?
It is!
Fucker.
Yeah, you laugh at my guesses, Justin, but who's got the point at the end of the day?
Gentlemen, I would just like to point out that in an 11-round Nintendoons, Eugene walked away with 8 points. Well done, sir.
Gentlemen, I would just like to point out this is my last week on the
Truly impressive performance this week, Eugene. Julian, you were only 2 points short of a win, so don't feel too bad.
He just wanted to get back at me for my 8-point win the other week.
Yeah,
Well
right.
done, guys. Well done, all around. We will be right back after a word from these sponsors that we currently don't have. If you're listening into this and you have something you would like us to sponsor, please get in touch with us at tips@infendo.com. We'd love to put your sponsorship right here.
We'd love to take your money.
Just saying. We have some very loyal listeners. I'm sure they would love to buy your toilet paper or your cards or whatever else it is podcast people sponsor. Probably casinos, honestly. They'd love to go to your casinos and gamble. So hit us up and we'll send some listeners your way to play at the casinos.
I'm a little sad that nobody's commented about my shy guy and shy gal.
I noticed. I just haven't had time to say anything yet. I'm very impressed.
So you were too busy feeding these games to Eugene for the whole thing.
Eugene, I think next you need to make all of the masks from Majora's Mask and just line the wall.
I actually have the Eye of not the Eye of Truth mask, the
Lens of Truth? Oh, the Mask of Truth.
Mask of Truth, that's the one. I have that one printed because that's my favorite looking mask, but I want to paint it first before I do anything with it.
I want that 3D printer because I want to make all those.
Right? Right? Okay, all right. So we don't have any musical transition. So Justin, whenever you're ready to take us away, I suppose you can bring us back into the show and read Minus's question, unless you want me to bring us back in.
No, that's fine. You read a news article, so I may as well do the question block.
Sounds good. Well, then you can bring us into the show and read the question, and whenever you're ready.
All right. We are back from that just devastating Nintendoons, and Steve is already on a plane to New Mexico with nefarious plans.
Get it? Nefarious? the one point I got this week.
You see what I did there? All right. We do have a question from our question block. If you would like to ask a question to our question block, join our Patreon at the $3 level. This question comes from Minus64, who asks us an odd question for a Nintendo podcast. What is the one food you could never bring yourself to eat?
He never disappoints. Liver. I cannot do liver. When I was a child, I was told that when I was eating liver that I was eating steak, and it was not steak, it was liver, so I will not eat liver again by choice.
Yeah, I have the opposite story, but with pastrami. My parents told me it was bacon, and it was not, but it's absolutely amazing. But that's not my answer. I don't have one. Someone else does.
Yeah, I mean, there's not much that I'm not willing to try at least once, but I mean, I've eaten all sorts of sushi. I've had octopus. I don't know as if I've ever had veal, but I'm not unwilling to try it. I mean, there's probably one or two Scottish delicacies that I would probably not voluntarily order off of a menu, but if you put it in front of me, no, yeah, probably not. But
well, I'm going to take the cop-out answer here because I feel like I'm getting a gimme this week, and I'm going to say that as a vegetarian, I won't eat anything that had a brain or a skeletal system or eyes. So pretty much anything that used to be alive and isn't plant-based is off the table.
Literally.
All right, let me actually, I do have an answer. I will not eat anything that is super spicy. I do not like spicy foods.
You wouldn't like
I don't
New Mexico.
mind if it's tangy.
Okay, see, now I want to challenge you here because, like, back when I did eat meat, one of my favorite things was the ghost pepper chicken at Fridays. Like, that stuff was amazing. So,
Yeah, I don't see the appeal in spicy. I just find it painful and unenjoyable, and I feel like the spiciness is basically just an excuse for something not having flavor. We can't make this taste good, so we're just gonna make it hot.
I think it's an experience. It's like eating something very bitter or something very. You eat it because it feels good to get that kick, that tang. You know, it adds to it.
I don't mind tang. I like barbecue sauce, and I like barbecue sauce that kind of leaves.
Well, but it's a different kind of tang. It's a spice
so
tang.
If you're from the Southwest, and I'm sure Steve can attest to this, like everything's spicy, right? So like I think it's just kind of has to do with like where your region as well, right? Because like. On the same token, I can handle spicy foods, but like Indian spicy food is a whole different animal entirely, you know? So like I'm not a huge fan of like Indian spices, I suppose. Like I guess it's just kind of...
I love Indian food, although I've never had anything like super spicy. Again, I try to avoid that. But like I find most Indian spices are more flavorful than hot. I don't like the hot spicy.
So you guys are all making this too complicated. It's very simple. The one food I will never touch, escargot.
It's so good.
I would totally try it. I wouldn't order it off the menu, but if somebody else ordered it, I would totally try it.
It's so good. No, it's literally just like a channel to get butter and garlic in your system. Like, it's so tasty.
If I wanted to get butter and garlic in my system, I will drink garlic and butter.
Okay, so this week, actually, I was wondering if I can find a soy alternative to escargot. Like, that's how much I love escargot. Like, I will eat that sucker up. Just give it to me.
No, if I wanted to chew on rubber, I work in a car dealership. I can go cut off a piece of the tire and chew on it.
Do snails have brains and eyes? Do we know this for a fact? You know,
they cross into my living thing index where it's not all right to eat them. So...
Fair.
They do have a brain. It's itty bitty, but it's there.
but yeah, I mean, short of the cop out answer, I'm trying to think. Like, I will pretty much try anything once.
Chicken heart.
You know, I've had cow brain before. I've had escargot. I've never eaten blood cubes before. You know how some people will just literally eat like blood. I've never had.
Oh
that.
yeah, no.
I'm not sure cow brain is. That might be on my list of things I won't try because. Generally, eating brain is not.
That's how you get disease. Yeah, no. Yeah. But I've had it, and it's just like meat. So you know.
So how about Rocky Mountain oysters? Phantom asks.
I was gonna say, what about that?
That was actually one of the things I was thinking of. But I was thinking we were talking a little more in the realm of realism. But I didn't think we were going quite that far.
That's real. I was watching some YouTube video where this chick was.
Oh, that confirms it.
I'm like. Why are you making
YouTube video? It must be real.
Yeah. No, I cannot eat them. That just like as a male, that bothers me because you eat it and you get a little twinge south of the border. And like, oh, this is wrong. This shouldn't be happening. It's like an ultimate betrayal of the bro code. You're never supposed to eat that, and when you do, maybe you're making a mistake.
Yeah, see, I don't know what this is, and the more we talk about it, the less I want to know.
Oh.
Bull testicles.
I was willing to Google it in my own time, but also thank you for saving me that.
You're welcome.
Ever so welcome, sir. Will you be partaking of the Rocky Mountain oysters this evening?
Justin, you do not have to have that on your phone browser history now. You're welcome.
All right. Don't make me get the coconut. We're gonna get out of here. Thank you, Minus, as always, for taking us to places.
Coconut either. I hate coconut. It makes me sick.
Friendly reminder: if you would like to suggest a question that is Nintendo related or one that's not, again, go to our Patreon, please.
I mean, you want to give us money, you could ask us anything, apparently. So,
all right. So now we're changing the system. Let me make a note here in my Audacity.
Oh, geez, I don't even know what I've been playing this week. Have I been playing anything?
I was kind of thinking the same thing, actually, because it's been busy. This last
playing.
work week was busy.
Been playing your mom last night.
Nah, waka waka.
All right, I'm bringing us in. I am bringing us in. Change.
Oh,
this is-
I do have something. Cool.
In.
Justin, you need Tom's.
Does anybody want to start off? Change the system.
What was that, Steve?
I said, Justin,
You know-
you get Tom's.
Oh,
I always put it off because I hate going first. I'll go first this time. I'm cool with it.
Yay!
Cool. Sounds good. Well, then I will bring us back in, and then I'll just kind of toss it off to you then. All right, we're back. We've eaten all the oysters we can stomach, and we are here to talk about all the games we've been playing. Lucas, you were kind of talking about some of the games you were playing in the pre-little break, so why don't you take us away?
Yeah, well, I actually don't have much to talk about this week, unfortunately, because I haven't been playing many games. But I have been playing 2.5, I guess. I don't know, I've been playing a lot of Monster Hunter, as always. Anyone who knows me knows that I play Monster Hunter a lot. And I've been playing a lot with Steve. I'm playing every now and then with Phantom. You know, if you want to play some Monster Hunter with me, just hit me up sometime. But no, I don't really have much to say about that. That's like when Eugene plays a VR game for like 3 weeks in a row, and it's like by the third week, what is there to talk about? Like, I have 190 hours in this game. I think it's a good game. You might not, but it's fun, and we finally hit like mid-G rank, and there's interesting stuff to hunt, so that's good. I've been watching videos on YouTube because the YouTube app came out on Switch, I believe. So that's a thing. So I can finally get some of my tube moments. That's a weird way to say that. On my Nintendo Switch. The only other game I've been playing, and this is going to sound really weird, is Breath of the Wild.
I saw that actually. What was that?
Yeah, about? I don't know why. I've been wanting a open world, free roaming Bond with a horse game. Because I've been playing a little bit of Red Dead with Dad. And we got through like the epilogue with that. Now he's just kind of riding around, like searching every house to get his percentages up and stuff. But I've been kind of wanting that same experience. So I've been looking for ways to make a 100%ed Breath of the Wild file fun. I'm having mixed results with it at the moment. I did get a horse. I've bonded with it. It's not quite as in-depth as Red Dead, which is kind of a... Really, the only random encounters in the game are when Yiga clan members randomly pop in or talk to you, and every now and then you'll run into a merchant.
And that's
so,
even the Yiga clan is not all that random because the ones who are in disguise are always in the same place.
Well, yeah, and they're very predictable because they're always acting weird, or you'll just get random pop-ups at like the worst possible time. So I like started a thing where I want to like ride on horseback across like the entire map. Because I've never done that, and I do a lot of teleporting.
I want to actually like run across the entire map.
Oh God, no!
That's gonna be boring, but go for it. But
that on
like,
a stream.
Like I've set like 5 waypoints at various towns, and I'm gonna go back and forth and like zigzag my way across the map and try to do the whole thing without dying. But it's not really holding me. Like the challenge is there, and like the game is there, but it's not like the kind of free roaming experience I'm really wanting. It's a poor substitute for Red Dead at the moment. So I'm doing it when I got a little free time to kill, but it's not really captivating me in any significant way, and that's why I'm kind of not putting a ton of time into it. Also, I have like 335 hours in the game already because I've played through the main story like 4 times. So, you know, at a certain point, you've kind of seen everything there is to see, even if you did teleport a lot. Other than that, the only other game I played a little bit of over the weekend, actually like 8 hours of over the weekend, was Majora's Mask. Got through that water temple, still really awesome. Getting all the fairies. Probably not going to 100% it, but going to get every mask. I think we only need 2 more, so that's a thing. We
and
just
you don't even have
did...
to 3D print them.
No, exactly. But I do really want to, actually. I really want that 3D printer Eugene has. No, we're at Ikana Castle. We just fought Egos du Ikana, or whatever his name is. And I guess we'll be going to the Stone Tower Temple this weekend. But that's all that is. You know Majora's Mask. If you don't, what's wrong with you? Play Majora's Mask. It's one of the best games in the series. Shut up, everybody who's going to disagree with me.
No, I love that game. It's so good.
Good. But that's about it. It really kind of been an uneventful gaming week for me. So somebody else, take it away.
Well, I guess
next?
I'll take next after Steve.
Or Eugene. I was gonna say mine will be short.
I guess I'll go.
Go ahead,
last.
Steve. Mine
All
is
right,
going to
then.
be mine will be short as well. So like we'll just tag team it one right after the other.
So, like Lucas said, I have also not been playing a whole lot. When I do game, I spend the majority of my time playing Monster Hunter. I've played a little bit with EP Knothead, and I'm realizing I am an awful teacher because I know 2 weapons and palicos. So I am utterly useless when it comes to answering these questions about other weapons. But it is fun. It is kind of cool to go in with my high rank armor and very, very low attack power weapon and help him power through some of these lower hunts. I've been playing a little bit of Runner 3 again because they just released an update for that game that I think adds a few more levels and a whole lot more customizability, if that's a word, to the game. You can add, these things that make it easier to go upstairs. You can make it so there's less enemies in the game. You can make it so you don't have to... Shut up, Justin. I'm not an English major. You can make
That's
it...
obvious.
You can make it so there is... Damn it, I just lost my train of thought. Anyway, it's a lot... Oh, so you don't have to unlock the characters in a specific order like you did before, which I guess was a thing. So I'm looking forward to getting back into that. I just got a review code for a game that is a shmup that I'm not allowed to talk... That I'm under embargo for reviews. I think I can say what the name of the game is, but I don't remember it. Yes, Lucas.
Can I make a point real quick during your change the system? If you're interested in Runner 3, like Steve was just talking about, right now it is 66% off on the eShop, so you can get it for $10.
Dude, buy it.
Yeah, if you've been wanting Runner 3, it's $10. So go buy, as of the time of this live stream, it's $10. Go pick it up.
Yeah, it is well worth it for $10. Even if you get a world into it and realize you're not going to like it, it is well worth $10.
Even if you hate the game, it is worth giving them $10.
So what does that make it normally?
Hating yourself.
30?
Normally it's $30. Right now it's 10.
Yeah, $10 is a steal for that game. Eugene, can I give the title of that game?
Yeah, you're just not allowed to give any impressions of it.
Okay, so I have not actually downloaded it yet, which is good. But it's called... Oh god, I don't even know if I can pronounce that. So I can't even...
Say it and we'll do our best to help you through it.
Oh, Mau? It's O-U-M... Yeah, that's about right. It's O-U-M-U-A-M-U-A.
Oumuamua?
Whatever it is. It's a retro-styled shoot-'em-up where you scroll from left to right and you have, enemies coming at you. It looks like a lot of fun. I watched the trailer for it. The soundtrack is actually really good. But yeah, so I'll be playing that this week, and then I think the review on that will go up on the 27th over at Infendo.com, and I'll try and put some videos on the Twitch stream about that time too. So, yeah, and that is the entirety of what I've been playing. Not much.
Very nice. Very nice. Well, I will piggyback off of you, and also say that I haven't been playing a whole lot. I do want to talk a little bit Pokemon Go, only because there was a community day this last weekend, and I also want to kind of bring up the fact that I switched over to Android, and let me tell you guys, Android is the place to be playing Pokemon, because of the third-party apps that you can download. So I've been using PokeGenie. It's an app that you can use. It's also available on iOS. But the difference is on Android from iOS is on the Android version, whereas you can... to get like the EVs of the Pokemon, or the IVs rather, you would have to like take a screenshot of the thing and then like go back to the app and then upload the screenshots. On Android, there's just like an overlay on there because Android doesn't give a crap about security apparently. So you just get to overlay the other app in Pokemon Go, and I can see what my IVs are for all of my Pokemon. And I know that probably sounds really boring and lame. However, I don't know why I care about this. I'm so deep into Pokemon Go that I'm caring about my freaking IV levels of my Pokemon.
I take a moment to get on my soapbox and say, this from the guy who gets on us about our IVs and EVs and
Yep.
hidden abilities. And
Yep.
You are right in the thick of it, Eugene.
I know. It's terrible. It really is terrible. And Android is
Why
enabling
can't
me
you
to...
do like this in the main games?
I love this. I'm taking it all in because now you can't make fun of us for it anymore.
I know.
It's
It's so bad. And see, the secret thing is that I've been doing this for a while. I just haven't told you guys about it because I'm so embarrassed of myself. But
because we're horrible friends and we'll make fun of you.
But yeah, so that's basically what I've been doing. A lot of Pokemon going on my Android device. That is the place to be. If you play Pokemon Go, make sure that you guys download the newest update because they're gearing up for the Pokeball Plus accessory. So that the icon for that changed actually, so it's actually kind of neat. Anyways, the only
Can you tell me how, or can you tell these guys how you sold me on the Pokeball and Pokemon Go and how you have me almost ready to play it again?
Yeah, it acts a lot like the Pokemon Plus, except for it's got a little bit of an advantage over it. So, whereas on the Pokemon Plus, so this is how it works. You put a Pokemon in your Pokeball, right? A virtual Pokemon in your Pokeball.
Pokeball.
And then you can like shake it up and it's going to make cute little Pokemon noises and stuff like that. If there is a Pokemon in your Pokeball and it is synced up to your phone, it will automatically spin the Pokestops for you. So like if you're going past the Pokestop.
Question. No,
Yes.
I'm getting the Pokeball Plus. That's coming with my order on Friday. My question to you is, do I have to have my phone with me or on in order to do this?
Yeah.
Yeah, it has
Do
to
I
be
have
on.
to have my phone with me? Does
Yes.
the game have to be up?
It has to be. So how it works is it basically you turn the game on and you sync it up, and then you can turn your phone off, or you can turn the app into the background or whatever, right? And it'll still be accessible.
But the app's
That's
got to
kind
be.
of how the
The app's got to be
app
open.
works.
It's got to be open and
It would
running.
be-
Yes.
It would be really cool if I could just carry the Pokeball and not have to have the phone doing anything.
Hey, well, listen, dog. Niantic's got you because when you go into your settings, everybody needs to do this right now. If you're a Pokemon Go player, go into your settings and turn on Adventure Sync because that's exactly what that is. You don't have to have the app running or on or anything like that. It just basically connects to your
Cool.
Android Fit or your what's the Apple version, Justin? It's like Apple Wear. I don't know what the heck it's called, but it basically connects to the fitness settings in your
Activity.
there you go, the activity.
Oh, yeah.
And it'll just pull your steps that way.
Well, you got me. Then I'm all in. I'm gonna carry an dinosaur around in my little Pokeball all the time.
But the other advantage that deal has is if you don't have a Pokemon in there, it acts as just a normal Pokemon Go Plus, and you can just push the button and it'll do the spinny thing. But yeah, it's great. Okay, so I know I've gone way past my time. I just want to talk about one more.
One pocket Pokeball news.
Exactly. Yeah. Right. No, dog. You got to get the belt, the holster. Put it like Ash Ketchum. The final thing that I'm going to talk about is, and I know I've talked about it to death, but I've gotten some. I don't know if I'm talking because there's other people also trying to talk while I'm talking. But the game that I want to talk about just briefly is Dark Souls because I've gotten a lot of people that have been asking me about it in the Discord and otherwise. So yeah, I have beaten it a couple of times at this point. I guess instead of talking about like the game itself, I'll throw some tips for some starters because that seems to be a lot of people that are playing it lately, like new to the series. So my first advice to people would be to use the shield all the time. You're going to be holding the L or the R button like constantly. Sword and board is the way to go in that game. Second tip is when you see the dragon, you need to take off its tail. You'll know the dragon I'm talking about. It's above a bridge. If you shoot the tail with the arrow, you'll get a weapon that's way more powerful than any weapon that you've ever had before, and that's probably going to be your weapon for like the halfway through the game. So those are my 2 pro tips for you Dark Souls players. Other than
Chase
that,
the dragon, boys. Never catch it.
other than that, yeah, I haven't really been playing much. Pokemon Go, Dark Souls, Debris Infinity still. That's still my pooping game. So yeah. That's what I've been doing. All right, I'm gonna toss it off to my last co-host, Justin. What have you been playing?
Well, I'm not quite as deep down the rabbit hole in Pokemon Go as you are. I have not invested any money in any accessories or anything for it, but I have been playing it a lot. One of the advantages of having a job that takes me out of the house is I actually go by Pokestops. I encounter Pokemon on my travels. I've gotten some pretty high level Pokemon, and I've finally started taking on gyms. That was about a week or two ago. I was probably about a month ago that I took over the gym in my hometown. And lately I've just been like, if I'm wide awake on the drive home and drive by the gym that happens to be a different team, I'll stop and I'll just demolish whatever's there. Because I have like 6 Scythers that are like CP level 1500 to 2000, and
Jealous.
I'll just kind of go in and just wreck house and throw one of them in there and catch another one on my way home. Those of you who are friends with me may have noticed that you're getting gifts from me now, finally.
Yeah.
Except for me, because I don't open them.
Yeah,
Yeah,
well,
you
I mean,
punk.
you got to actually open the app. So,
Actually, you opened my
I'm
gift.
actually
Steve hooked me up. I'm not.
Because you told me to.
Sorry, I'm gonna hijack your. I'm gonna hijack your segment for a second.
Show if you don't open the
Yeah.
all the Pokestops and all the gifts, I actually, like, on a regular basis have to throw out all of my Pokeballs and all of my regular potions, because I'm like, I'm so loaded up with Great Balls and Ultra Balls. What do I need these things for? You know?
Right. So I noticed that I was one day away from becoming ultra friends with Steve. I was like, oh my God, Steve, I need you to open my gift right now so I can pop a lucky egg and get double XP. So Steve, thank you
sounds like
very
something
much.
dirty.
Oh, it was dirty, girl. Steve hooked me up with 200,000 XP that day in one go. I was pumped. Thank you. Go ahead.
It's
Justin.
not sounding any less dirty.
Steve's your boy. Hook you up with that XP.
But beyond Pokemon Go, I haven't really been playing much for Nintendo. I have been playing more Picross 3D Round 2 in my pooping time, and there are things I like about it more than the original. There are things that I dislike about it. Kind of went through that last week. It's still more the same, but I finally got my Xbox One hooked up and running, and I downloaded my games for it, and I've started downloading some of my 360 games for it, just to have them. And I've spent a few hours in Red Dead Redemption 2. So I just got to the point where you're kind of free to go. Like when, spoiler alert, you spend a lot of
like that
game. Spoiler alert, you spend kind of like the tutorial levels on a snow-covered mountain. And then you come down off the mountain, and that's where you kind of gain the freedom to, go wherever you want and do whatever you want. Presumably, I haven't actually done it yet, but because that's the point where I was falling asleep. But I play late at night. I get home from work at about 1:30 in the morning and play until I'm sleepy. So
yeah.
But yeah, most of my gaming lately has been on the Xbox One. So remember back when Infendo Radio returned with Eugene at the helm, and we started to change the system, and the change the system was, what non-Nintendo games have you been playing? And I never had anything. Well,
is that why it's called Change the System?
It is.
It used to be a non-Nintendo game segment? Wow, what?
Change the System was like the N64 slogan, right?
Well, it's because we started up at the tail end of the Wii U and there was nothing coming out.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
That is bizarre, man. I'm learning Infendo lore here. Put that on our wiki. Whoever it is that's writing our Wikipedia entry.
Lucas,
back in the dark days of Nintendo, when there were no games to play. Yeah,
serious.
But yeah, so I'm I'm gonna really. I mean, if I have any complaint about the game so far, it's that I think it almost looks too good. There's kind of that uncanny valley thing going when during the cutscenes, and like I almost want to say the first Red Dead Redemption looked better because it had slightly more of a gamey sheen.
Yeah, like
But,
almost
I mean,
a cell shading look on the first one, kind of, huh?
well, no, really. It was just kind of like grittier and pixelier, but
Sure.
still like, because I mean, it was 360, it was that era. So,
Mm-hmm.
but I mean, it's a very minor complaint. I mean, Rockstar games always look phenomenal, and they always play phenomenally, and thus far, RDR2 is no different. I'm a little concerned about the kind of life maintenance aspect of the game.
It's gonna be a bar you're gonna have to leap over. It'll become second nature if you play it long enough, but you got to play it long enough.
And
see that, and that's the things, like that was one of the things I didn't really like about Grand Theft Auto San Andreas was having to maintain certain level of health and fitness and all that stuff, and I'm afraid it's going to be more of that, but way more of that. But at the same time, it gives you side quests to do that you wouldn't normally do. So,
that's the stuff I can appreciate. Like, there's so much to do in that game, right? And like everything that you do has consequence. So that's like really cool. But my kind of like what you were saying is like or maybe it was last week we were talking about it. There's almost too much for me, anyways. Like, it's just a little overwhelming. And plus,
it's very overwhelming.
This is
I'll tell you,
slower in game for me.
I'll tell you again, like having put like 20 or 30 hours into it, we're at a point where you don't even think about that stuff. It's like, oh, my health core is running low. I need to eat a cracker or something, and we do, and then we're fine, and you don't. You don't worry about it. You don't think about it. It's just there at the beginning, and it's a lot.
Yeah, I mean, it seems though just from the first few hours, like if you loot bodies and search drawers often enough, you'll have more than enough stuff in your satchel to keep you going. So I'm not too worried about that. But
I'm at a point where I wish that I could get that from some of my games, like with the Breath of the Wild thing. It's like sometimes I find myself eating when I have full hearts just because I want my character to be hungry. Like I like that level of immersion when I'm looking at something like that.
It's funny because like I remember using the Breath of the Wild comparison. Like when I first started Master Mode, I'm like, oh my god, this is so hard. This is gonna be such a challenge. This is going to be like the greatest. This is gonna put a whole new spin on this game for me. And then I got off the Great Plateau, and I knew where the big
then you farm the durians.
I knew where the dragon spawn points were, and so like there wasn't really, I mean, it's still challenging certain things, like certainly the Lionels are tougher than they were, but all the old tricks still work, so but yeah, I'm excited. This is the game that drove me to finally pull the trigger on an Xbox One, and I'm really looking forward to it. I have Sea of Thieves. I haven't even started it yet because every time I turn on my system, it's Red Dead Redemption. So
yeah, I wish I could like this game. Like I can see how great it is, but I just like it's like my breaking weapons and Breath of the Wild moment. Like, like I just can't. There's something I can't get over.
I think you're gonna get from this game like exactly what I got from Breath of the Wild. It's a solid game. I see how other people like it. I don't like it. Like,
which would be a shame for me because the first Red Dead Redemption is probably one of my top 5 games of all time.
I think you'll get around it. I think this specifically is a Eugene thing that you might or might not be able to hurdle.
Yeah, because I didn't really like the first Red Dead, and I've never really liked Rockstar games.
It sucks being the one guy who doesn't like the thing that everyone else likes. So get ready for it. It's not a fun time. Like, it's not a good experience.
I mean and I still have a hard time being the bad guy. Like anytime I've had the option to kill somebody, I'm like, I'll go. Just go. I can't bring myself to kill 100 people in a shootout over the course of a mission. But when they give you the option to kill somebody. I'm like, I can't do it.
Well, and the nice thing about it is that is your choice throughout the game, and it determines things. It determines how people talk to you. Your journal entries get more complex the nicer you are, and
and obviously, no, don't give me any spoilers, but that really comes back to bite you in the first Red Dead Redemption. Like being the good guy and altruistic and doing everything you can to help people and everything like that. Like when you reach the end of the game, like it is just like it really comes back to bite you. And
you'll see as you progress.
And part of me is kind of hoping for a repeat of that because it was the good kind of coming back to bite you. But yeah, I don't know. Like I really want to be the one who's just like, no, I'm gonna go bad this time. I'm gonna be the bad guy. I'm just gonna kill people and everybody's gonna fear me. But I just can't get over that moral hurdle. Like I cannot be. But anyway,
last point.
I'm going over my timer. Yeah.
Last point, because we're well over timer. I think as a fan of the first game, you'll really appreciate it, especially if you get to the end of this game. So just go in with that mindset and have a good time.
I think it's important to
avoid spoilers for as long as possible.
Yeah, I think it's important though because we this game is probably the biggest game of the year, right? So like, you know, it's probably good that we're kind of spending some time with it. So I'm excited for your guys' impressions as you guys go forward. I am gonna try and beat this game, like by God, but like, we'll see. Okay. Well, we did it, guys. We made it to the end of the show. Thank you, one and all, if you're watching us live on twitch.tv/Infendo Radio. If you're not, what are you doing? Get there. Go over and click that heart button. We need those follows. We love them. We love you. And we'll love you even more if you help us to get to our goal of 50 followers. Ooh, excuse me, 50 followers. So, with that, where can the people follow you this week, Justin?
You can follow me on Twitter at InfendoJustin. And I'm just going to be brief about this. I also tweet about Disney at Utilidork. And I'm being brief because I haven't done anything with it in a while. So when I got more to say, I'll say more. So at InfendoJustin, at Utilidork, utilidork.com.
Very nice. Where are you being a dork these days, Steve?
In my living room. Every time. You can follow me at GentusFun on Twitter and on Twitch at twitch.tv/Gentus.
Streaming Monster Hunter all the time. Monster Hunter is on the channel. You're not changing it.
I'm gonna be getting back into Minecraft soon. I've really been craving that game lately. So maybe next week I'll be building something new.
Nice. You can go carve what are the monsters in there? You can go carve a creep.
If I felt like buying the game again, I could join you on the Xbox One, but you know, I don't feel like buying it again. So
why? You can just play it with us on the Switch.
Well, right. That's that is what I'm waiting for the digital the digital Black Friday deals for though, because.
Oh, Xbox has a ton of Black Friday deals. Oh my God, they're gonna be so good. I got Symphony of the Night last year for like $1.
Yeah, if Rare Replay goes on sale for anything 50% or more, I'm getting it.
I think last year it was like $10 or $5 even. So yeah, you'll be able to find a good deal.
Sold.
All right, Lucas, where are your deals being had these days?
I was just waiting to see if you were going to forget in the middle of that conversation.
I didn't
you can find me on Twitter at ChromatiCue. You can find me online at ChromatiCue.com. The reason I have not been posting much to my website is because I have been actually working on the game portion of the game. I should have something to release soon, though. I should really work on another character bio, because right now Hugh is the only one up there, so... We'll try to churn something out for that, so you can have a little more to look at on my site. But thank you, people who've been visiting. I actually get decent traffic for what I consider. So if you're one of the people that's been popping in there, there will be something new there soon. Thank you for participating.
Awesome. Well, you can participate with Eugene at Infendo Eugene on Twitter. Don't forget to follow at Infendo on Twitter as well. But we really would like you to go to infendo.com and do all the things there. That's probably our main hub. If you want to follow us on Twitch, you can go to infendo.com. If you wanted to go to our Discord channel, you can go to infendo.com. If you want to join us for some games and put your friend in the friend code list, you can go to infendo.com. So yeah, go do that. It'd be great. It'd be fantastic. We need these things. Okay.
You put your friend in that list.
You weren't
Yes.
supposed to say anything. You were just supposed to roll with it, Justin.
Okay, friends. Before I put you in lists or cages or anywhere else, let's get out of here. This has been Infendo Radio, and we love you. Good night. Bye.
So long. I'm glad I stayed awake.
God,
Thanks
we
for
got
listening,
I wish I'd
and
slept-
bye-bye!
I wish I'd slept through Nintendoons though. That was.
I'm so glad we got
I thought
that
you guys did.
at the end.
Yeah, isn't that how Eugene pulled 8 points in a single match?
He paid 8 points because he bribed the host.
Well, and I'd like to point out that if anyone doesn't want Eugene to be winning Nintendoons, it's me, because now he's 2 ahead of me for the year. So
Yep.
Yeah. How many more shows do we have left this year? Let's
not
hope-
many. We got like 6 more if we do a show on like the day after Christmas. So
I think we've got 7. Oh, no. 6. Because the 7th one is on January 2nd.
there you go.
But it will be recorded before January 2nd, I think. I
Well,
don't
and
know.
we'll have to figure. No, it won't.
No,
It'll be
you're right.
recorded on
Shut up.
January
I'm
2nd.
wrong. I know I'm wrong.
The only one that might be a mystery is whether or not we do a show the day after Christmas, and that really just depends on like, is everybody going to be here and like
Oh
Yeah.
god, dude, I'm gonna be so slow at work. It's disgusting.
I am not going to be slow at work next week. I can tell you that much.
guys, I am hyped for Let's Go all of a sudden. Like 2 days out, I'm like, give me that game.
Yeah, I really want it, but I really shouldn't get it. So I don't know. Like Smash.
So that means you're gonna get it.
Well,
Everybody
might
say
be
goodbye
the,
to Twitch. We love you,
after
Twitch.
sort of thing.
Goodbye.
I
Bye,
thought.
Twitch.
Go get Pokemon.
Twitch.
We love you.